Jesus was just a magician, and he was just there was just too much hype, and everybody misinterpreted everything. Right? Hi, I'm James.
Hi, I'm Addison.
And I'm Misha.
And we're Johnny Football Hero.
We said that like we are not really sure.
I didn't know.
We're
how
Johnny Football Hero.
We have a few questions that were submitted by y'all, and we're here to answer them because I know you've just been dying to hear them. So
everybody wants to know what we think. We're the most important people. So, first question is most rewarding experience you've had performing music? That's a good question.
Okay.
fuck.
There have been a lot of good house shows we've played.
Yeah.
I remember specifically before the pandemic, I think we played a house show down in South Philly where like a bunch of people showed up to specifically see us, and that was a big deal.
That was weird, yeah, because I
cool.
didn't know them. Like, they weren't like our
Yeah.
friends. It's just like, for some reason, like, just all these like South Philly punk people were like, whoa, Johnny Football Hero. And we're just like,
Yeah.
I guess that's us. Yes, thank you.
That was super cool.
That
So,
was super cool.
honestly, any show where people come to see us
And they actually
for our
like
music,
us.
yeah, like that's super cool.
Probably the Tea House in Delaware, in Newark.
Ooh,
that was really
That was a
good. We
show.
played with Think Machine. I don't know if Khaki Cuffs played.
I don't
Brody
remember.
was there, but I don't think Khaki Cuffs were a thing. But that was really cool because my fender broke, and I happened to have my little trainer, tiny like 1x12" and we closed it out with Radio Gaga.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That was
Are you
pretty
serious?
dope. Yeah, we did.
Oh my god.
Bohemian Rhapsody had just come out, and I was like,
Yeah.
and the whole Live Aid sequence in that just made
Incredible.
me super inspired.
You know what? It's a little bit different, I suppose. I don't know if there's anything specifically, but I know sometimes we'd be at shows and there'd happen to be like a family that would have like little daughters or something. And that always meant the world to me. Is like you'd meet little girls sometimes at shows that just would see like your girl on stage and they would think it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I'm
And,
sure, yeah.
You know, I always admire that because I was that when I was like 6 years old. I'd go to like a concert and there'd be like a female fronted like group or whatever, and like I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
What was the best live show you've ever been to?
Been to.
You want to start this one, Addison?
Probably Monumentor was what it was called. It was Fall Out Boy and Paramore.
Oh shit, when
When I
was
was
that?
16. It was like in between 2014 and 2016.
Okay.
2016.
So that's when like Paramore
No,
really good
2014.
and Fall Out Boys.
I was in the peak of my emo phase at the time and like just loved like Paramore and Fall Out Boy.
Hell yeah.
And I couldn't go because I was going to be not in the country that summer. And I was really bummed about it. Like my hometown date. And then I got back home and my dad had tickets for like a different state's date. Like that was supposed to happen like 2 days after I got home. And it was the most exciting thing in the world. But it was general admission. So we drove to Kentucky, I think is where it was, like 8 hours before the show started.
Oh,
and like
wow.
got in line, there was already a line, but I
Hell
got
yeah.
in line and it was general admission on the floor. So they opened up the doors and I ended up being like 15 feet away from the stage.
That's awesome.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the cool, especially for my little like, gay little heart. Like,
Yeah.
gay little emo heart at 16.
Oh yeah,
15
to be
feet
right
away
up there
from,
for Haley. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw the color of her eyes.
She's so tiny in person
Yeah,
too,
she
right?
is. And it's just weird being like 16 and be like, you're a human? Like you have an eye color
You
that I
have
can
eyes!
see into?
You have eyes! You have eyes!
She has eyes!
It's hard for me to choose, but probably driving up the coast and following Hail the Sun up the tour from Philly
Yeah,
up
you
to
did
Boston. Yeah, I mean the lineup was just stacked too. Like it was like Hail the Sun headlining, and then Strawberry Girls, Royal Coda. Royal Coda's fucking good. And then this one band called Vice. They're from LA, and they're like this like Mars Volta-ish band. But like the first night, you know, I was right upstate, you know, right up in the front row stage. It's general admission, so right up on the stage, and like the first song Hail plays comes on, and it goes fucking hard. I start banging my head, and I fucking whack my head on one of these like metal light things that they provided, and I just start bleeding and
Oh,
gushing
no.
all over my face. But it was so worth it. I thought I'd have to like miss the rest of the tour because I'd have stitches, but I was like, no. So I could have died. It's okay.
Mine would have to be Eagles of Death Metal. I saw them
Oh, yeah.
at the Troc in Center City, Philly, and got there early, got right up to the front of the stage. It's a pretty small venue. It's like, you know, maybe like 1,000-seater. I don't know. And I caught one of Dave Ketching's picks. And no, but the best part was when my girlfriend and I were singing along, and Jesse walked over to our side of the stage, and he saw us mouthing the words wrong, and he wagged his finger at us. And
that's cute.
My girlfriend was upset about it, and I was like, "Do you understand how cool it is that like he took the time to notice
Yeah.
and correct us?
Yeah.
Give a shit for it? Like that was great."
Playing live.
No, that was
That's
super
attention
fun.
to detail.
They were such a
It's
fun
actually
band
a
to
little
watch.
hard to do.
Yeah,
So
right?
dark.
To
Like, how would
imagine.
you be able to be that? That's
No, I
impressive,
mean they were.
actually.
It was super fun, and they were like, I love bands that just like want to be involved with the crowd,
Yeah.
and like that's the thing is the Eagles of Death Metal were so good at that, at just getting the crowd completely into the show. He traded middle of the show. He traded an Eagles of Death Metal shirt for a Kill 'Em All shirt off of someone's back in the crowd.
Oh,
It was like,
dude.
if you give me your Kill 'Em All shirt, I'll give you one of our shirts for free, and then you can come hang out with us
Yeah.
backstage. I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. I love bands like that. So
Yeah.
no, that was
We
great.
saw the Darkness back.
That was good
TLA,
too.
that was so
That
cool.
was a close
Wow,
second.
that'd be really
They were
fun.
really fun. They had so much fun. It was amazing.
Yeah, but like those small places are great because bands can really get into that like
Yeah, I love
intimate
the small
setting,
theaters,
and that was a good one too. That was one of my favorites
Yeah.
as well. All right, the next question is, which member is the spice, which is the nice, and which is the rice? I feel like I'm the spice.
I feel like
I
I'm
think
the
we
rice.
all feel like we're the spice.
I feel like I'm the rice.
I'm not that nice. Though.
You're very nice.
Right.
Nice.
pretty
That's
nice.
intentional.
You're so
though.
nice.
So?
like, isn't that?
I mean, I'm not. I can be not nice.
Don't not
be not nice. Don't not be nice.
There you go. Spice,
I'm the
rice, nice.
Mice. No, I'm definitely not.
You're a plural mouse.
You're a plural mouse.
You're the pluralized mouse.
I guess I'll be nice.
How will Addison contribute to the new album?
Never.
What?
There you have it.
It is kind of tricky because she
That's
came
good.
in like right as we finished up all the instrumentals.
Are we talking about this album?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. But she really
I
helped
shouted.
out. Her vocals
Just randomly, it
came
wasn't
through-
just
yeah,
Screamed.
she just
You just put me in a closet and I screamed.
No,
Yeah.
she helped a lot with like vocal harmonies in a lot of
Oh,
songs. And like her vocal harmonies were so good that I like replaced some of mine with hers because our voices blend very well. She has a lovely singing voice. She's a better singer than I am.
No, fuck.
I think so. You can say fuck.
I
It's
don't want
okay.
to, it's on camera.
See, she is the nice.
She is.
God. Ugh.
Favorite venue you played?
Mm.
I'm gonna redeem myself. I'm gonna say Hank's Saloon.
Hank's Saloon was
Up
so
in New
fucking
York.
dope. That was amazing.
That was so much fun. We all got drunk. We played Jesus of Suburbia. Everybody had a great time.
We had not rehearsed it.
And
either.
then we never got to play at Hank's again because they shut down. But that was
Yeah, it was like one of their last
super fun.
shows. Yeah, yeah, and it was they were so they welcomed us with like open arms. Like we
Oh, that
just
was-
like came
it was
in
so
and
nice.
like it was so
fun.
it was like one of those like punk dive bars that like in Philly are never packed. But like yeah, it's just this punk bar, hole in the wall type place, but packed to the brim.
Mm.
There was
That was so
there was a sticker on the wall at Hank's Saloon that I remember very distinctly because it had like an Abbey Road type picture, but everyone was holding knives and it said Stabby Road. And I was
I
like,
want-
this is already my favorite
I
place
want
I've ever been. So
I guess yeah, I'd say Hank's. Also, just Delaware house venues are the best. Like the Temple, the Temple's great. Tea House was really good. House of Mouse. I hope some of them come back for COVID because we've gotten some of the most friendly responses out of
Yeah.
Delaware. So
I feel like I've had really weird luck with venues where it's always hit or miss. It's either like a really cool venue and not many people come to the show, or it's
Yeah.
like the venue itself you absolutely loathe, but then the people that come there make it worth it. You know,
it's
I
kinda
haven't
how
really,
you judge.
I don't ever really have a good in the middle. I would say we played a place called Spinelli's. It was a pizza place in Louisville, Kentucky.
I've heard of that. I think yeah.
Yeah.
Like, researching
Oh, it was
them.
fun. I also played a skate park once, which was
We
fun.
have yet to play a skate park.
In
Hopefully we can
Kokomo,
play.
Indiana.
I hope to play FDR this summer. That would be
Oh
so
my
dope.
god, that'd be so fun.
That'd be so dope.
Yeah. Played some really cool big venues, but the shows just weren't like people didn't really come. Like we played like a place called the Forge in Joliet, Illinois, and you had a
Okay.
whole like photo barricade and like stage setup, and they had we had meal tickets and stuff, and that was really fun. But just not a lot of people came. You know, so
Yeah,
then it's kind of like
it's like a rehearsal for big shows. I
yeah,
guess, at that
exactly,
point, yeah.
exactly. Like, I love stuff like that. And then of course you got like the Indiana all ages places like Hoosier Dome and the Emerson Theater and stuff.
Hell yeah,
Those are
like like art collaborative type places.
just
Not even
the-
art.
just
Like,
all ages.
yeah, those are the most important places, I think.
Next question is, how did all of you band members meet? I feel like that's supposed to say your band members.
All of you band
All you
members.
Or maybe
band
how did
members.
all
All
the
you
band
band
members
members
meet?
So, Misha and I met in like February 2015. We were playing, both of our bands were playing Battle of the Bands, hosted by Gorilla Music, the fucking scam, at the Rusty Nail in Ardmore. You were in Hyper Inc., I was in Dispersions. And then we met because like Kyle forgot his drum stool and he asked to borrow Maddox's, so like we just became friends. Then I played in Hyper Inc. for a little bit, we all became friends, and then Maddox left / was ejected. So you came on to drum because you're originally a drummer, so then we drummed in Dispersions, which then became Johnny Football Hero.
Yeah.
So that's easy.
So like the long version of how Dispersions became Johnny Football Hero was we worked on a record twice. We recorded it twice. It kind of stagnated. We then also stagnated songwriting wise. We started working on new music that eventually became Long Walk Off the Short Pier. And in the process of making that EP, we changed our name. And then Jesse left, so it was pretty much a new band at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Jesse left first, and we're like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah,
like, new
yeah.
band. Go from At the Drive-In to the Marsville. This is our Marsville.
Yeah, so so that's kind of how that changed from Dispersions to Johnny Football Hero.
Addison and I go back to Crashing when we needed a guitarist, and I think Connor suggested you from Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And then you came into Crashing, and Crashing broke up like 3 hours later. It seemed like it. And then, but like, we had jammed, and I was just like, I don't want to not play music with this person. So when we needed another bassist because things just weren't working out with Matt, I was like, Addison, I beg you, please save us. You're great. And you were like, fine, I guess.
yeah.
No, that's
No,
exactly
no.
how
She
you
didn't
did
do
it.
that. She's the nice.
Only when she needs to be. Well, we didn't deserve the nice yes. We had to earn the nice. She was just like, I guess, just don't make me not nice, and we didn't. And here we are. Is that a good summation?
I liked the impression. It's more like Crashing woke up and I was like, I don't know what I want to do.
And I was like,
I don't
I'll
have
save
anymore.
you.
I don't have any friends or here.
And
You're
then-
like, I guess you can come in my band.
Do you want to be in an experimental progressive emo band? No.
My reaction, like, realistically was I was like, how good of a bassist do you want me to be? Like, I was like, what do you mean by... Because you'd mentioned,
What do
like...
you mean by bassist?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not... Like, there are people that just play bass like a guitar, you know, like, I'm not, like, I play bass, but, like, all I'd heard of y'all was that you'd been, like, it's, like, math rock experimental, and I was in my head thinking it was gonna be, like, in
Polyphia.
715, like,
Not
jet,
really. No.
Scuba-dooby, Max, Scuba-dooby's new genre.
Can we invent a genre called Scuba Doobie?
Yes.
Now, realistically, we learned 7-4 once. We're like, oh my god, we're great! And that's it.
And then you said it
I
was
was like,
9 and
wait.
3, and I was like, no, it's.
And then we named the song 9 and 3
Oh, nice.
when it's in 7-4.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's that. Crashing was a deep state conspiracy.
Crashing did 9/11.
Crashing did 9/11. It's true.
Would you eat a beet? How many beets would you eat? Would 3 beets be a treat?
No,
Yes.
all of it.
I mean, if you say no to the first question, you don't have to answer the next 2.
Why would you eat a beet?
Because
You live in Russia. Oh, that too.
Those
Why would
both
you
go
have
hand
to
in
eat it?
hand.
I guess because you live in Russia.
Because you live in Russia, that's all you have.
we're talking about the food beat.
I mean, what
Would you
other
eat-
kind of beat?
Like a song, like a jam.
Oh.
Eat a song?
What? I don't know. Would you eat getting beat?
I mean, you could eat. I don't think those things work. You can try, maybe in a theoretical sense, but in a literal sense, I don't know if that.
eat this beat.
You would eat this beat. If you could tour with anyone, who would you tour with? For me, that would be Dogleg, cause
Oh yeah.
they sound kind of like us but cooler, and are therefore an influence. And also, I just would want to watch them play live every day. That would just be awesome.
They'd be good hangs.
I bet.
Toby Keith. Because it would make a lot of Toby Keith fans angry. And I think like if there's one thing you want to do in life, it's to piss off a shit ton of Toby Keith fans.
I don't even know. I feel like it's gotta be like Go Big or Go Home. Like, what if we did like MCR?
MCR.
God, that'd be amazing.
It's like, well, I mean, it's like this is one last tour. You know, like at the one more. Or like.
Or MC Hammer for his last.
Yeah, I hate it. That's weirder than Toby Keith, actually.
I know. It pissed off so many MC Hammer fans. Wait, are there that many MC Hammer fans though?
They'll probably come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
Like, they just sleep.
You
it
didn't
up.
know they exist?
Yeah.
They're theoretical
Yeah.
constructs until you
Uh-huh.
invoke them.
Yeah.
Like juggalos.
Like, oh my god, we played a show with Insane Clown Posse.
We did. There was a show we played. Sort of. So
Sort of.
we played
Sort
a
of.
show next to Insane Clown
Yeah,
Posse.
they were playing the same venue, but they were like multiple stages, and like
Like
we
in
were-
Scott Pilgrim at the end where they duel.
There were clowns everywhere in the bar.
Yeah,
It was weird.
yeah. There was like this. It was like this giant venue. It was like the Well in Brooklyn, and like we're walking down, and like over like this like facade, there's like an outdoor stage, and there's Insane Clown Posse, and then the guys are like, oh yeah, you guys are playing in the side room. And it was like the side room, completely detached, but like we shared the venue. It wasn't the same bill, but it was the same. Yeah, we accidentally played. We're
If
gonna
you-
have so much B-roll footage from this.
If you
It's
could drink
worse.
coffee
It's
with
worse.
any dead person, who would it be? Did either of you want to start this
Jesus.
Jesus.
one? I'd pick his brain about his politics and his views on religion.
Jesus. When you turn the water into coffee.
Or would he turn the coffee into water?
Better not.
And yeah.
I mean, just be kind of like.
Yes.
Well, finish
Are you
that
good?
thought. If you could have coffee with Jesus, you could finally ask that age-old question, what would Jesus do? And get an answer.
I feel like Jesus would be the type to be like, the sheep follows the fish. And he'd be like, what does that
What-
mean?
I'd just be like, what kind of sheep are you talking about?
The sheep is me.
I don't know any
The sheep
sheep
is my body.
that follows a fish.
And my body is the fish.
No, if I think of who Jesus really was, I just think of that Family Guy skit.
Yeah. Oh man.
You don't know what we're talking about, do you? I'm sure without context. Are we overstimulating?
No.
Okay.
I'm just lost.
Did we just break Christianity for you?
Oh my god.
was just a magician.
Yeah.
We knew
He was
it all
overrated.
the time.
Yeah, it's just kind of overrated.
I'm sorry, Dad.
I'm sorry, Dad. You just
I'm not sorry, Dad.
in
And that's because we're
in
Jewish.
2,000 years, you're gonna start a religion for like David Blaine or something. No, he was the son of God, dude. What is happening? Are you okay? I just love the idea that Jesus was just a magician and he was just there was just too much hype and everybody misinterpreted everything. Right? Life is a lie.
Do you need Jesus? Are you okay?
Yeah, just the idea of Jesus being just a magician. He's
Oh my
just
God.
so good at his job.
He really
It's
flew.
like Chris Angel Mind
Do you
Freak.
want some tissue? Chris Angel. Do you need a tissue? You good?
I'm good.
You go next, because mine's just a real
I had
downer
coffee
from
with
there.
so many dead people. All the dead people.
All
We'd
of
have a
them.
dead coffee party.
Do you know how big of a coffee party that would be?
Well, not
Do you
all
even
the
think-
dead people.
I mean, you
All
said
of
all the
them.
dead people.
I did.
Let's think about this.
All
How
of them.
many
Send them
people
all.
are all the dead people?
All the.
Would that be enough?
Dead.
Could planet Earth hold that many people
No.
at this point?
Well, we do. They're in the ground and the water. and
Well,
the trees.
not all of them are in the ground. Some of them are gone
Yeah,
out of the ground.
Well,
into
they turn it
trees.
a little flex and they fly in different parts of the ground, and then also.
They fly in different parts of the
They're
ground.
ashes.
Oh.
Victor Hugo or something would be pretty cool. Like a writer or something like that. I love him. He'd probably go on for like 5 hours because he tends to talk a lot in his books. Like, he'll write 150 pages about Napoleon just for fun. You know, just cuz.
Dynamite?
What?
That's not Napoleon.
Oh,
Dynamite.
Yes.
My answer
Les
is
Miserables, the secret ingredient is.
Gosh.
Yes!
French Revolution sucks. Napoleon Dynamite in Les Miserables coming this June.
Oh,
To
yeah.
Broadway.
I don't even know how to follow that.
Where are we
Katharine
going?
Hepburn.
Oh, yeah. Audrey Hepburn.
Oh my god. I wouldn't be able to get
All the Hepburns. Bring them in.
all the Hepburns.
Liz Taylor.
I would love to see Audrey Hepburn and Katharine Hepburn in one setting. 'Cause
I'd love to have coffee with James Dean and Sal Mineo because there's so much gay energy going on between those two, and I just want to be like
Brando.
kiss. Brando's too much of a.
Jerk.
He's a. I mean, no, he's just he's a real man's man, you know. He wants to. He could have been a contender. I don't want to be a contender. I want to love a man who's sensitive. All right, we're going on.
Would do Meryl Streep?
She didn't
She's
die.
alive!
What? She's been.
I got no one then.
At what point did Meryl Streep die in your lifetime? In your perception of the world?
Wow.
I think we all would know very
She
well.
just doesn't have a name that sounds like an alive person's name.
I can't argue that. That's not a bad point.
Katharine Hepburn didn't like Meryl Streep.
And which one of them is still around?
Well, Katharine Hepburn has more Oscars actually.
But is she alive?
No, but she haunts. Meryl Streep is like, I need my 4th Oscar. And then Katharine Hepburn's like, well, you're never gonna get it. Because I'm Katharine Hepburn and I have
and then
more
they
than you.
both- Yeah, that's it. That was the last question. The dead person coffee. I hope you don't die, Meryl Streep. I'm sorry if you do. I had nothing to do with it.
It had everything to do with it.
I had something to do with it.
What
It
are,
looks
well, what
like
are some
the-
questions you guys would ask Johnny Football Hero?
Why?
When will you guys stop?
What happened?
You gotta go on someone. You gotta go on someone.
She's confused.
Aww.
Good girl.
Yay.
Kita, what's the secret to your strenuous vocal ability? She's like, lots of anxiety.